What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the EU4 AI only battle. It is now 1964. Of course, we did start in 1936. Pretty crazy world. There's some huge wars at the moment, and it's an interesting time. So a few nations have been released in Africa, which makes things a bit more interesting. Plus a load of other crazy stuff. And also something I just noticed as I was scrolling over the map. It's kind of hard to see, but these rebels that Russia are dealing with are starting to make an impact. One, I'm pretty sure Mongolia has been here the whole time. So that I just thought of that. But the one I'm interested in is Armenia popped out here. A couple of provinces. I don't know how long they'll live for or how long they've got a truce with the Soviet Union. They've got 5 years to try to find some friends. But that's the first sort of rebels to succeed. In terms of current wars, I haven't even opened it yet. There we go. 3 at the moment. Norway v Sweden. The Dutch are losing to Australia. And obviously Saudi Arabia and France and all of the French colonies are up against the entirety of the British Empire. So it's a pretty intriguing time. That war is huge, by the way. I mean, it's causing it's like only the second war, I think, that's caused us to have a bit of lag. At least for me, it's a bit slow when I zoom in and out. But there we go. We can see there's also stuff in a little bit in the New World, but mostly Africa, the Middle East, India and Southeast Asia. And obviously, there is also the front line between Britain and France, although I doubt we will see any real conflict over here. It's unlikely. They've actually both sent most of their armies, by the look of it, somewhere else to go deal with stuff. I keep getting confused between the Hearts of Iron 4 game. I was going to say, wasn't Spain all messed up? But no, that's the HOI4 game. But we see French Maghreb being eaten up here. Italy, by the way, have still been the quietest person in the game. They're allied with the Soviet Union and France. That would be interesting, but they've been very quiet this game. But Europe is a bit of a mess. Hungary, there's a lot of, like, the Balkan region has blobbed out a little bit. Belgium and the Netherlands are still here, which is a bit of a surprise, but that's fine. Oh, and Sweden are starting to fight back. Okay, because they got out of that war with Germany last video, and all the other Europeans. Poland are also very strong. Bear that in mind. They're no Germany, but they are much stronger than any of the 3 to the south of them, or north of them, for that matter. Yeah, Norway were doing well with Germany's help. Probably going to start losing that help now. Now they've lost that help, they may start to get pushed back by Sweden. It does look, yeah, Sweden have got a massive stack of troops there. That's not good for Norway. We may actually end up seeing Sweden grow a little bit. And there we go. Oh, Soviet Union. Oh, well, they've dealt with most of their rebels, and they're going to change the government form of Estonia. Now, that's what they said they were going to do to Turkey, except instead they took a big chunk of Turkey. So, you know, they might change the government form and take a bit of Turkey. Of course, they did change that government form. Obviously, France came in and changed it again, while also taking their own big chunk, which is making the Middle East a big mess, a big scramble. There's not many actual Middle Eastern countries here. Yemen are independent. Obviously, the Saudis are currently being invaded by a lot, over 200,000 British troops here. Maybe 250,000 now, as Britain sending more. Iran are still pretty free. They've been pretty quiet. I think they lost a little bit quite a while ago to the Soviet Union, if I can remember. But not like they're not dead. They're still pretty strong compared to their neighbours. Iraq, very quiet and small. But yeah, let's keep an eye on any new. There's no new wars, but the Soviets probably be the first ones to get a peace deal going, because they're already got some huge war score, and they've already got a 145 stack within Estonia. So I'll just leave Lithuania, who did eat up Latvia, didn't they? I'm pretty sure Latvia were in the game at the start. They're no longer here. But poor Lithuania. Who are you friends with? Iceland and Poland. Oh, Poland would help out Lithuania. I mean, not against the Soviets, but, you know, they will be helped. I mean, Poland and Germany are allied, but Germany got so many friends. Kind of ridiculous. Do the Americans have any friends? Just out of interest? Probably not. Canada, Marwa, and oh, China's quite a big one. Canada, Winston, I'm pretty sure I've been president like every other time I've come back. I'm pretty sure he is always there. Whenever you play this mod, he is just a generic name. Canada only allied with the US. Mexico is not allied with anybody. They are guaranteed by the US. They've got a little bit of safety there. It's really annoying that Britain have this bit of bleeze. I'm sure Mexico would want that, since they're now pretty huge in Latin America. Obviously, Peru got crushed. Spanish La Plata is actually starting to fall apart. There's some rebels. Oh, they've dealt with them. Never mind. Bolivia's still here. I'm not sure for how long. Argentina is very broken. And Venezuela is also waiting to sort of be eliminated. Colombia's obviously gone. Tell you what's been quiet. This region's been very quiet. The Caribbean. Normally, I mean, the Dominican Republic did kill off Haiti, but other than that, it's all very quiet. I mean, actually, a lot of it's still colonial, so that does make sense. But either way, oh, a war ended, and Brazil have just attacked Venezuela. I was saying Venezuela's about to die. They are now, because there's 89,000 Brazilians in their country. But the other war that ended, oh, they took 2 provinces, and I take it they are now a socialist state. Yes, Estonia is. Not sure what the point of that was. I would, but they gained some more provinces. Maybe they could build some more ships. Maybe that's what they wanted up in this sea, because I just forgotten what it's called. Baltic Sea. I guess that's what it's called. They can go build more ships there. Britain got 11 war score in their favour. I mean, annexing or taking, they're probably going to, they're starting to take a lot of Saudi Arabia, and they should be able to free their control, they should be able to unoccupy their original land in Arabia. Ethiopian separatists, imagine that, if Ethiopia comes back, because this area has been divided up between Britain, France and Italy pretty well. French Equatorial Africa's not had a good time. First, what is the USA doing here? Maybe they're just waiting for some boats to get over. Nigeria obviously took a lot from them, as they've grown much stronger. Why is everybody allied to Marwa? Are Marwa strong? No, they're not that. I mean, they're the strongest sort of nation that might rebel against the British in India. US, Nigeria, China. That is like a weird sort of trading group there. I guess that's what they got going on, probably. And these guys, allied. Are you not part of the British Empire? Oh yeah, you are. 100% liberty desire. Why don't you just rise up? Well, I guess they can't, because this British India is obviously, it's all British. I mean, it's going to take like a big revolution from British Indians to end the war. And Lithuania, and Estonia's dead. That is all that this war confirms. Brazil are nearly done as well. We'll go look at that. I assume they'll just fully occupy all of Venezuela. That wouldn't surprise me. But yep, Lithuania will probably take all of Estonia that remains. So the Soviets did mess up, because it's the Republic of Lithuania will finish off the socialist state. So we'll see how that goes. Brazil aren't done yet, but they're about to be. They're on 99 war score. Let's have a look. Oh, yep, they're probably going to get a good peace deal. They probably need to get a bit more of this land first. Do some more sieges to take everything. Then that'll be the end of Venezuela, because I know, who is this? Ecuador is still alive, obviously, out on the Galapagos Islands. But everyone else is, like, Colombia's actually gone. I'm pretty sure Colombia is as good as gone. We might actually get to see a big battle here if we keep watching. Yep, Estonia is dead. Let's quickly flick over to that. No, they're not. They just gave up this island. Well, either way, they'll be dead soon. I mean, it's going to take a while now, because neither of them will be able to attack for a bit, but soon. Oh, and there we go. Venezuela, 1 province left. Poor old Venezuelans. Not had a good game, have you? And there we go. Brazil starting to look pretty monstrous themselves. Spanish La Plata is pretty strong, but they will not be able to keep up without Spain's help. And even with Spain's help, I think Brazil should have the edge. Brazil a great power. Yep, Brazil are now 8th on the great powers list. Britain still leading the way. USA 2nd, China 3rd, Soviet Union down to 4th now, despite beating China in that war earlier. Germany 5th, Japan, France, Brazil is based on development and technology cost. And actually, Japan and France and the Soviet Union are a bit behind on technology. Maybe that's why. They've not obviously embraced the latest institution, which is hurting them a little bit. Sweden, you had so many more troops. How have you not fought back yet? How have you not taken... You've got like a 36 stack here. Surely you should be stopping Norway. Okay, we're back to the same 3 wars we started the episode with. That makes things nice and easy. We know who takes ages with their wars, although Germany is starting to look pretty scary, actually. Just noticed how scary they're starting to look. They got 70 stack, 80, 50. They got 3 3-star generals. No one else has got that. I don't even see any other 3-star generals in Europe. Oh, Poland have one. Italy are alright. They got 130,000. I'm surprised Italy hasn't gone after someone like Yugoslavia. They'd have to fight Romania as well. They should be able to do that. Or even Switzerland. I mean, they are always neutral, Switzerland, although they may not be this time. They're allied to Hungary. So we'll see how that plays out. There's definitely going to be another war in Eastern Europe at some point. Turkey, Romania, they'll be fighting soon. 10, 10, minus 46. Australia may actually end up freeing a lot of this stuff over here for the Dutch colonies. That wouldn't surprise me. Or even taking it for themselves. American. American Philippines. They still actually own the Philippines. Oh, we're about to see. It's an election year. Winston's trying his best, I imagine. 644. He's a good leader, I guess, of this republic. Is there anywhere with... North Korea is not a thing, is it? No. Manchukuo is currently in charge there. What? Manchukuo? They're a duchy. So communism's not come to rise in North Korea just yet. Japan, obviously, the Emperor Yamato has taken over. I think Hirohito disappeared. It's actually a lady. Lady Regent Okiko. Oh, it just changed in that very second. I think it just changed. Yamato died and was replaced by Yamashina. And there is another Yamato. Maybe I just read it wrong. But either way, Japan haven't had the best of games. Obviously, they've been at war with quite a few big nations. Federal Republic of China. Not communist here then. No. Germany. Okay, this is the end for Denmark. And it's all nearly missed that war. But there is only one. Oh, there's two provinces. And Germany's actually making a naval attempt at it, which is impressive. Normally they fail. And they should win. I mean, they don't have a general, which isn't very smart, but whatever. Germany, Luxembourg. Luxembourg and Poland have been very willing to help Germany. It's pretty scary, because Poland are pretty scary, especially for these southeastern European nations. They'll be pretty worried. Because Poland single-handedly pretty much wrecked them. Okay, we should see Germany fully annex Denmark any minute now. Oh, another war broke out. Oh, Brazil v Spanish La Plata. That's pretty big, but it's going to take a while to get going. You end this, Denmark, Brazil, Germany. You've got everything, as far as I'm aware. You could end it whenever you want. You know, you've got 90 war score. How have you not got 100? Oh, because no, the Faroe Islands is now part of Norway. It was originally, I think it was Danish Greenland. Okay. We'll just take the land over here and leave Greenland to be a safe place for the Danes. I can imagine Germany may actually send something over here. And did we just see a set of ships? Maybe not. Maybe they've disappeared now. And, okay, Brazil v Spanish La Plata. That's just a straight up war. Spain's not even willing to defend Spanish La Plata. I think Brazil being on that great power list probably going to be too strong. Brazil's starting to run away in South America, which is not good for Mexico because they are probably going to need the US to keep them alive. If the US gets rid of Mexico, we'll just have two giant powers over here. But much more interesting than any HOI4 games, South America, at least. Oh, and a war ended. Oh, Germany finished. And they didn't take anything. How did you manage that? What did you do to them? Oh, you vassalized Denmark. Okay. That was an easier way of doing it, I guess. I mean, it still gives you some ugly borders, but you know, you do now technically own Greenland as well, Germany. So that's interesting. Is any more Russian separatists? Are these going to be big? Is this a big number? 36k. Where is the Soviet military? Let's just find it, because that could tell us what they're planning to do. Azerbaijani separate. I think they're just literally down to that 47 stack. Oh no, they've got quite a bit over here towards China. There's a lot of 3-star generals over here. I take it back about there not being many. There's 3 here plus 3 2-stars. Don't know what they were planning to do, but not good for China probably. Are the Dutch still in that war? Yes. Wait, which war ended? Oh, the Sweden war. Okay, I'll check that in a second. There's a lot of separatists. They will be burning low on manpower there. Sweden, yeah, I think they did take a chunk of Norway here. Oh, one province. It looks like they took more, but yeah, one province. Whatever, Sweden, you survived somehow, and you've actually looked kind of big and scary now. Oh yeah, because they took Finland out ages ago. Information age, that just changed. I take it that's because of the date, or maybe so many people have got into the information age. Whatever way it happened, it got there. Oh my goodness, Britain just peaced out. I have no idea what happened, but the war was for Saudi Arabia. Looks like they took a bit of Saudi Arabia. But, like I said, it was a huge war. We're never going to know. Did they take... I mean, it'll show what they've taken previously. Go away. Saudi Arabia. I think they took a bit more to the south, maybe. No, they already had quite a bit to the south. I don't know, but they got bigger either side. I don't think they did anything to France, necessarily. I feel like that was a white peace. Probably. It was a war all over the place. Oh, maybe. Did you lose anything? No. Also, French Indochina. Oh no, this is just France. Look at France. They're allied to Italy, the Soviet Union, China, and Thailand. Obviously that's to protect French Indochina, I presume. That is pretty strong. And they're guaranteeing the independence of Spain, Saudi Arabia, and Thailand. Okay, well, if Britain wants to finish off Saudi Arabia, they will once again have to fight the French. But they've gained a lot more land, a lot more oil for the British Empire. Keeping ourselves out on top over there. France, you need to really... France, Japan, Soviet Union, you need to get your act together if you want to keep up to date with the institutions. I guess they're... On the Soviet Union, you kind of understand, they are huge. I don't really know how it works because there's so many different eras on here. There's some nations that have barely done any of it, so it's kind of a bit confusing. But, you know, we will know who's stronger when they fight each other, basically. Seems like North America's going to stay pretty quiet from now on, though. Mexico seems to be done. Sometimes the US does invade Cuba, so maybe we'll see that. But I'm not sure what else is going to happen over here, except the US just trying to get involved, because they don't do too much if they do get involved in the big other wars. Obviously, they did land troops ages ago when they're in that war with China. Oh, and France is going to invade Iraq. Well, there we go. At least it's not America and the UK leading the charge this time. Brazil are winning. Oh, and Nigeria are going for a second war against French Niger. So that's kind of scary, Nigeria emerging out of Africa, especially for someone like Mali, who are also independent and probably not very safe. Well, they've got Liberia and Morocco. That might help. But yeah, big... France, not, you know, they didn't really lose to Britain, did they? They just sort of fought it out a little bit, but no one actually lost. But French troops should... Oh, Iraq is seeking refuge. They're like, nope, don't take my military away from me. But they are probably going to lose all their land here. And France is going to expand French Anatolia, which isn't... I wonder if it will become a colony at any point, or will it just stay as French land? Not really sure. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What is this? Okay, Britain is really screwed again. That is how this... So, a British nation, I'm not sure which one it was. I'm not sure whose independence war this is. Manipuri. Manipur. I mean, that sounds Indian. Whereabouts? Oh, this little nation here wanted independence, and it's called in China, the Soviet Union... Rhodesia. Okay, quite a few of the British nations are rebelling too, which would be interesting. And the United States. Once again, the UK is at war with the second, third, and fourth great powers of the game. Good job, Britain. This might be... We might see some of India freed here. China's going to do a lot of work. Obviously, all these little nations you would say are going to probably lose, but then, because China is here, they should be okay. I'm not sure what the Soviets will do. Last time we saw a lot of fighting between the Soviets and the British, both sort of around here in Pakistan, which isn't free. That's another big nation that could get its independence at some point. And also a bit in the Middle East, obviously the Soviet Turkey and Britain in the Arabian Peninsula. And also, is that British or Soviet? Oh, that is British Cyprus. How did you manage that? They are identical colours. It's hard to tell. But yep, the game is slow again because this is a huge war. Lots of nations trying to get their independence, including those in Africa. And also, Brazil finished off Spanish... Oh, wow, Brazil. Starting to look cute. They will be moving up. Yep, they're up to 6th now. Brazil, the new power. Nigeria, I'd be surprised. I don't think they'll get onto that list. It would be quite impressive. But they are beating French Niger. And there'll be more land for them. Iraq is actually winning, somehow, against the French Empire. Which is impressive. I'm not sure how they... Oh, because they took one province. France is yet to arrive, though. A lot of Egyptian separatists here. Britain will deal with that. That's not going to help when there is a big stack of Soviet troops marching through Iran towards you. I'm sure they'll be much appreciating that. 5 war score. That's a good start, but let's go see what Nigeria does quickly. They should finish... Oh, but the French have arrived, but it's too late. Nigeria... You gonna peace out Nigeria? Are you actually at war with, like, everyone? Oh no, you're just at war with French Niger. Okay, nobody else decided to join. That feels bad, considering all the other French colonies are fighting war together. These Kong separatists... Oh, and Nigeria ate up some of the provinces. I think the 2 eastern ones. French Niger is still alive for a little bit. But Nigeria is starting to get a little bit scary down there in Africa. No one's really... All the nations with the colonies are just sort of saying, yeah, you can attack them. It's not worth defending. And that's not going to plan. But there's no more separatists over here. Bad news for Armenia is they're running out. They've got 2 more years and they still haven't found a friend. So they may disappear after their brief period of independence. Oh, and we're down to 2 wars. Oh, finally. The one that ended. Oh, and I don't really know what happened. Don't know what the Dutch lost. Okay, they lost just the west side of this island and a little bit over here, meaning Australia have taken New Guinea and that sort of land. So a bit of a growth for Australia. Maybe more of a platform to continue getting rid of the Europeans from here. Obviously, America as well in the Philippines. I wonder if they'll ever try and get their independence. I wonder if America are going to send troops to actual UK, because that'd be unreal, but it doesn't seem like they are. They have got troops all over the world, America. There's a lot in Africa that they haven't sent home yet. Big stack of British troops taking over one of the rebellious colonies down there. Oh, does that just happen? No. Okay, Iraq hasn't actually been dealt with. France hasn't sent any troops to deal with Iraq, so I don't know what they were expecting, except a defeat. Oh wow, British India is struggling. The little nations are doing their job, and obviously China is starting to arrive. They've got 90,000 troops out here in the east in Bangladesh. Not a good time for British India. I'm not going to be able to tell what happens in the peace deal. Like, it's going to be a mess. Like, that's pretty much it. I presume all these nations would get their independence if they were to win by enough. Cape Colony, Botswana separatists. Not Botswana, Botswana. Not sure what the difference is, but I'm sure there will be one. And nothing else really, just 2 huge wars. Well, not huge, the French one's pretty small unless they actually start doing something. I don't know what France is doing. Where are your troops, France? Why have they not... Oh, there is a 10 stack here. Problem is Iraq, 83, 84, 84. Okay, France is much better tech level, so that 10 stack should be enough. Look, here's going to be British troops running through France, who they were just at war with, and through Syria, to avoid a big stack of Soviet troops, and they're heading home. Not sure why. Egypt, what are you? You're guaranteed by Italy. You're lucky. And you've got Muhammad Ali as president. What more could you want as a country? I didn't know he was still leading you, but that is pretty impressive. Afghanistan, you're not going to get in on the action. Not going to, invade somebody. I think Iran. Iran should be doing a bit more. I think they should invade Afghanistan right now. That's what I'd do if I was playing as Iran at the moment. China making more and more progress. So, Soviet Union, you've now allied some of the Indian nations. Okay, 2 more friends. That's not a bad idea. China are allied to the US. Again, 3 of the Indian nations. And France. France have got some strong alliances. It is pretty impressive. Turkey, you're friends with Germany. I'm just going to see who everyone's friends with while we let the game go on for a bit and a bit more developed. Romania and Yugoslavia. You 2 won't hold strong for very long. Hungary and Romania. Oh no, Hungary are allied to Poland. That's good. Belgium. Switzerland, maybe not super important, but that's going to help you out. Already 16 war score. Britain's probably going to lose some stuff here, which they won't want to hear, but that's how it's going to be. France may actually get kicked off the Great Power List if Brazil keep eating up nations. Spain didn't even bother to defend Spanish La Plata. After all that work they put into South America, Spain, they finally just gave up. You should go after Portugal, although they are... Yeah, they don't have any friends. They're supporting the independence of Belgian Congo. I mean, that's about it. So Spain could easily eat up Portugal. And probably not fight France, but they could always try. You know, it's worth a try. 23 war score, Britain's struggling. And that is because China and the little Indian nations are putting in work inside British India. I think in Africa, Britain has mostly dealt with the problem and actually separate peace people, like Gold Coast here, who was on the rebellious side. So that's a good thing for Britain to be doing. Oh, Germany and Denmark versus the Netherlands, Tibet and Bhutan. Tibet v Bhutan. That's 2 interesting wars. Tibet v Bhutan. Well, I guess all the other nations around them are pretty occupied, so they're free to do that. Tibet. And I think Tibet, are you a vassal of China? No, you're not. When did you... Maybe they got their independence recently. I didn't notice, but Not a good time ahead for the Netherlands. Let's see how this pans out for them, as Germany pretty free to do what they want at the moment in Europe, because there's no one really stopping them. Everyone else is occupied, Britain and the Soviet Union. France, I'm not sure what they're doing. I mean, they are trying to invade Iraq pretty poorly. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, they're trying. I don't know where the French troops... They actually haven't left the same spot yet. Probably just assessing the situation. Oh, I think they have left and they've moved back. Oh, and another one. Oh my goodness. Brazil, Argentina. There we go. Brazil is starting to really move on that top... On those higher spots. They want to get in that top 5, don't they? That's what they want. They know what they're doing. They're going to leave Bolivia here for now, which is nice of them. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, comment, maybe even subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.